Good morning and a very warm welcome. You're watching Janata Television and this is the English Bulletin with me, Sushant Akal. The top stories first. Government reopens public transportation. The move aims to facilitate students attending exams. Coalition government discusses policies and programs, reviews political appointments made by the previous caretaker government. Government confirms 2,977 new cases of coronavirus. Number of active cases stands at 27,000. 110 dead after heavy rainfall in India. Western state of Maharashtra most affected by the monsoon. And the Tokyo Olympics formally kicks off after a one-year delay. Number of Olympic-related infections stands at 106. And now the news in detail. The government has decided to resume public transportation on short and long distance routes. With the latest decision, all vehicles entering the Kathmandu Valley from outside are also allowed without any obstruction, provided that they follow the standard health protocols. Earlier, only vehicles were allowed to operate within the Kathmandu Valley, and only those entering the valley from outside for specific purposes were allowed. As per the cabinet decision on July 19th, the Kathmandu District Administration Office had asked transport entrepreneurs to manage operation accordingly. This move aims to ease mobility of general people and students in particular to attend examinations conducted by the Tribhuvan University and Public Service Commission, said the administration office in a statement on Friday. Partners in the incumbent government yesterday discussed current issues, including the government's common policies and programs. The first meeting of the task force formed to facilitate operation of the government on Friday reviewed political appointments by the previous caretaker government and discussed next programs of the incumbent government, said the task force coordinator Purna Bahadur Kharka. According to Kharka, only issues in principle were discussed at the meeting. The task force was formed 4 days ago under the leadership of Nepali Congress General Secretary Kharka. Other members of the task force include NC leaders Minendra Rizal and Ramesh Lekhak, Maoist Center leaders Barsaman Pun and Dev Gurung, and JSP leaders Rajendra Shrestha and Mahendra Raya Yadav. 15 banks, including Nepal Rashtra Bank, have received emails from unidentified persons warning the banks of hacking their banking system. Spokesperson and the deputy spokesperson of the Nepal Rashtra Bank and high officials of different banks reportedly received the warning email on Wednesday evening. Chief of the Bank and Financial Institutions Regulation Department and spokesperson of Nepal Rashtra Bank, Dev Kumar Dhakal, confirmed that the group claiming itself as the group of hackers sent message of hacking the banking system of 15 commercial banks, including NRB. Spokesperson Dhakal revealed that they received the email on July 21st, warning that the systems would be hacked and money withdrawn by the next morning. However, he assured that the systems have not been hacked and further investigations are underway. This is Janata Bulletin. We'll be right back after a short break. Welcome back after the break. We continue with other national news. A total of 2,977 new cases of COVID-19 have been reported across the country yesterday. In a routine virtual press conference, the Ministry of Health and Population shared that the new cases were confirmed from 13,698 PCR tests and 3,610 antigen tests. Similarly, 1,678 COVID-19 patients recovered in a day, taking the total recovery cases to 639,368. The recovery percentage stands at 94.5%. Likewise, 18 people infected with the disease lost their lives yesterday. With this, the COVID-19 fatality caseload has climbed to 9,679. The number of active cases currently stands at 27,661. The Kathmandu Valley alone has 7,845 active cases. And now the news from the economic front. The Asian Development Bank has approved a loan of $165 million for the government of Nepal to purchase safe and effective vaccines against the coronavirus. According to the ADB, the project will support the national deployment and vaccination plan in Nepal by procuring an estimated 15.9 million doses of COVID-19 vaccines. This is expected to benefit about 6.8 million Nepalese, according to a press statement issued by the Manila-based ADB headquarters on July 22nd. The project is financed by ADB's $9 billion Asia-Pacific Vaccine Access, launched in December 2020 to offer rapid and equitable vaccine-related support to ADB developing member countries. In addition to this project, ADB's ongoing technical assistance grants will support the strengthening of the vaccine delivery system, communication, and community engagement to raise awareness on the risk of COVID-19 and the benefits of vaccination, the statement further added. Time for a short break here at Janata Bulletin. Stay tuned for international news. Welcome back, and now the international news. At least 110 people have been killed in landslides and flooding triggered by heavy rains in the western Indian state of Maharashtra. According to the BBC, the rains overwhelmed hundreds of villages, sweeping away houses and leaving residents stranded. Rescue crews have been racing to evacuate survivors, but many people are feared missing. The Indian military has been helping the efforts, which have been hampered by difficult conditions. The western state has recorded its heaviest spell of July rain for decades. Many factors contribute to flooding, but experts say climate change caused by global warming makes extreme rainfall more likely. On Friday, Indian officials said most of the deaths had been caused by landslides and flooding in the two districts. You're watching Janata Bulletin, and now the latest from the world of sports. The virus-delayed Tokyo Summer Olympics have finally opened on Friday with cascading fireworks and made-for-TV choreography that unfolded in a near-empty stadium. As the opening played out, devoid of the usual crowd energy, the Olympics convened amid simmering anger regarding the pandemic. However, the organizers expressed hopes that the excitement of the sports would offset the widespread opposition. The number of Olympic-related infections since July 1st stood at 106, while the Japanese capital logged 1,359 new infections. Today is a moment of hope, International Olympics Committee President Thomas Bach said in his welcome speech before the Emperor formally declared the Games of the 32nd Olympiad open. The organizers also sent the traditional message of peace. With the world in a tough situation because of the coronavirus pandemic, I would like to pay my respect and express my gratitude to medical workers and all those who are working hard every day to overcome the difficulties, said the president of the organizing committee, Seiko Hashimoto. A reduced parade of about 5,700 athletes, far lower than the usual numbers, filled into the stadium. Japanese tennis star Naomi Osaka led the Olympic cauldron to mark the formal start of the Tokyo 2020. We're at the end of Janata Bulletin, and the headlines once again. Government reopens public transportation. The move aims to facilitate students attending exams. Coalition government discusses policies and programs, reviews political appointments made by the previous caretaker government. Government confirms 2,977 new cases of coronavirus. Number of active cases stands at 27,000. 110 dead after heavy rainfall in India. Western state of Maharashtra most affected by the monsoon. And Tokyo Olympics formally kicks off after a one-year delay. Number of Olympics-related infections stands at 106. And that's all from the English News Desk for today. You can follow Janata Television and our programs on various social media platforms, including on our website janatasamachar.com. Keep watching Janata Television. Namaste.